Statistics show that over 75% of Americans eat way too much sugar. In fact, over 75% of Americans could actually be considered addicted to sugar. The average American literally consumes 17 teaspoons of sugar per day. That's over 3 times the recommended amount. 3 times. Hey, it's your girl Carmelle Jean-Francois, owner, founder, and CEO of CFIT Coaching. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another installment of the Sugar Savvy Solution, acclimating the foodie in you to a life beyond sugar. Now, I know that you're used to me coming on here, throwing some statistics at you and telling you, get your life together and get yourself off of sugar and get yourself off of this food addiction. But today, my intent is a little bit different. I'm not necessarily here to talk to you about the detriments of consuming excess refined sugar. Today, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to the part of you that knows that you want to give up sugar. The part of you that maybe has been trying, but is finding it a little bit challenging. I'm talking to you today. First thing I want to say is that you can do it. It might feel a little challenging and downright hard and maybe even cruel, but you can do it. If I did it, you can do it too. Maybe you've always known that you had issues with sugar and that you consume too much of it. Or maybe you're just now realizing that, maybe I'm consuming a little bit more sugar than I need to. I was each of those. For a long time, I just knew that I consumed a lot of sugar, but I didn't know the detriments of it. And then when I realized that this might not be so good, it was already too late. I was already addicted to that white stuff. And it was interesting that there was such a thing as sugar addiction, and there was such a thing as withdrawal symptoms as well. Either way, you know that it's time. You know that it's time to let go of the white stuff. Being addicted to sugar has been compared to being addicted to cocaine, drugs. I'm not going to go that far today, but I can definitely say that it can be quite comparable to being addicted to smoking, maybe even alcohol. Because once you start to give it up and once you start to consume less of the sugar, you feel it. You feel what they call withdrawal symptoms. Here are 5 symptoms that you'll feel when you decide that, you know what, I'm going to stay away from that stuff and let me start consuming less. These are the 5 symptoms that you'll feel. Cravings, headaches, fatigue, nausea, mood swings. Any of them sound familiar? Any of them you've experienced while you said, you know what, no sweets today? It doesn't even take long. It doesn't even take long for you to say, no, you know what, I'm not doing that anymore. Give me the ice cream. Give me that candy bar. You pass over the soda. Oftentimes, for the most part, we don't even realize that we're going through withdrawal symptoms because we don't even give ourselves enough time to feel it. The second that craving hits, and again, we don't even think of it as a withdrawal symptom. The craving hits, I want that sugar, let me have this sugar. No matter what form the sugar comes in, at least that's the way it was for me. The sugar came in the forms of protein bars, so much sugar in protein bars. It came in the form of yogurt. It came in the form of cake, it came in the form of cookies, the usual stuff, and sometimes even fruit did the trick. But mostly for me, it was candy. What is it for you? Is it actual food that has extra sweeteners in it? Or is it soda? Maybe ketchup and fries. Guys, I've said it before, I'll say it again, there's sugar in everything. And for those of you who have been trying to give it up for quite some time, you might notice certain cycles, right? You give it up, maybe for a day, maybe 3 days, maybe even a week, and then you relapse and you go back into it. It took me 3 or 4 times for me to give up sugar, for me to actually feel like I let go of the white stuff out of my life for good, at least for now, right? Sometimes those cravings are rough. So the first couple of times, I let go of sugar and told myself I was going to do less. And that doesn't work. I am an advocate for just going what they call cold turkey. Get rid of the stuff out of your life once and for all. What you do when you lessen the consumption of the sugar is you're consistently reintroducing the sugar back into your life, back into your body, back into your taste buds back into your brain every so often, be it every couple of hours or every couple of days. You're not giving your body a chance to actually let go and to actually forget what the stuff does to you. It lights you up. Think of it in terms of the alcoholic. Just bear with me for a second. Think of it in terms of the alcoholic. You're not going to tell the alcoholic, just drink less. And you're never going to tell the alcoholic, hey, listen, it's the weekend and it's your birthday weekend and you're celebrating. Go ahead and enjoy all the alcohol you want and we'll just come back to it on Monday. That's never the conversation. So you have to treat your sugar addiction in very much the same way. Yes, it's that serious. It is that serious. Take it from me. I will tell you, I was addicted to sugar. And at first I laughed about it because I pretty much looked like this. But then I realized that it was no game when I was hit with the pre-diabetic diagnosis. And then I tried to still come off of it, but hey, let me just eat less. And yeah, I was a rock star at it for a day or two. I ate less. And then I said, let me just have a little bit more. Let me just have a little bit more. And before I knew it, I was right back to where I was. In fact, the first time I gave up sugar, my relapse ended me in a place that I was way worse than I was before. And then I had to come off of that. So this final time where I finally rid myself of sugar, it was by eliminating it completely out of my diet. And I'm talking completely. And I gave myself a chance to actually heal and recover and not have it be a part of my life anymore. And I got to tell you, it was the smartest thing I ever did. It was hard, but I'm going to tell you the one saving grace that I experienced during all of this. I flooded my system with so much nutrition that I didn't crave it as badly. And the cravings came and then they went. And they were not something that ruled me at all. So I'm encouraging you, when you decide to leave the stuff alone once and for all, I want you to do three things. Number one, I want you to make sure that you're very, very well prepared for whatever it is that may come. I want you to be prepared with the nutrition that will take in order to get yourself off of sugar. And what do I mean by that? When I first decided to become whole food plant-based, I let go of everything that was sweet. I flooded my system with vegetable smoothies, and that's all I knew how to do when I first became vegan. So I threw my vegetables and I threw my fruits in a blender and I had smoothies for about 2 weeks. At the time, I was not trying to quit sugar. That was not my intention. My intention was just to be vegan. And what I found out about 2 or 3 days later was, oh my goodness, I have not craved any sugar. But what happened was, because quitting sugar was not my intention, I slowly went back to sugar. And so now the cycle started up again. And I said, in the back of my mind, I always said, well, I did it once, I could do it again. So it wasn't an urgency for me until it was an urgency for me when I got diagnosed. And I decided, let me give this stuff up altogether. Once I gave this stuff up altogether, I remembered that flooding my system up with nutrients, the vegetables, the fruits, the real foods, not food-like substances that come on our supermarket shelves and the stuff that I order from fast food restaurants, but real food, the nuts, the seeds, the whole intact grains, yeah? The vegetables, the fruits, all of those foods, legumes, all of those foods I consumed an abundance of. My body did not crave anything else because I was giving my body all the vitamins and nutrients it needed. That's the secret, y'all. It's so easy. And don't come at me, oh, Carmelle, you think it's easy because you already went through it. No. Sugar still called my name, and sugar still calls my name. The difference is it's not as loudly. It's only whispers now. It's not screaming at me like it once did. It's only whispers that I ignore. Because I can, because I have these tools under my tool belt. And my tools is nutrition. My tools is people around me knowing what I am trying to do and then fending for me when I reach for the snack that I shouldn't be reaching for, which again doesn't even happen anymore, and keeping myself active. I find that when I'm my most active or when I am at my most busiest, I don't think about food, anything sugary. I don't think about consuming the foods that don't serve me. And I'm talking about all the foods. Now, I'm talking about sugar addiction, yes, but you have to understand that most of the food like substances that we're consuming, the average American is consuming, is laden with sugar, salt, and oils. Those three come together. And that's why every time I'm talking about sugar addiction, I'm talking about food addiction. So, yes, I was a sugar addict, yes, but I absolutely 100% consider myself a food addict as well. But when I'm active and when I'm exercising, when I'm busy with work, when I'm busy entertaining friends, when I'm busy having a good time and enjoying life, I'm not doing it in front of a plate of food. We're actually enjoying each other's company. I'm actually working. I'm actually doing active things that will keep me not thinking about food. And that's something that you're going to have to practice for a short term. It's amazing how quickly the body adapts. I promise you. If you stay committed, if you go off of sugar and completely eliminating it from your life, you have the people in place, you stay active, and you flood your system with nutrients, I promise you, it won't even be 3 weeks before you say, I feel great. I feel great. And you'll stop thinking about sugar as often as you did. It'll stop shouting your name and it'll whisper until those whispers are so faint you'll wonder if you even heard them today. That's my message to you. And my message is also saying that if you realize that it's time, reach out to me. Consider my 6-week program where we actually practice a salt, oil, and sugar-free protocol, getting rid of all 3 elements from our lives. Yeah? It's your girl, Carmelle. I know what it feels like. I've been through it. I'm just wanting you to be savvy about your sugar. So thanks for watching. Thanks for trusting me with your health. Thank you for commenting, and thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing this with somebody that you know that might need or want to hear this message. I'll see you next time. I don't think about consuming. I don't think about consuming that. I don't think about